everyone. So you can probably tell that I sound really congested. That's because I am. I know people don't like my normal voice. I get comments on my voice all the time about how annoying it is. I know, I can't help it. This is probably a lot more annoying. I'm really sorry. But I wanted to get this video up for you guys today because a lot of people have been requesting it. And it is how to clean your brushes. So there are two different ways to clean your brushes. You can spot clean your brushes and you can deep clean. Spot cleaning is just taking a cleanser and you clean your brushes. Maybe if you use that brush and now you want to use a different color on the same brush, you can spot clean it really quickly and it dries quickly. Deep cleaning is if the brush is super dirty. I like to deep clean about once a week, whereas I spot clean basically every day. I'm very big on like having my brushes always stay clean, so after I use the brush I try to spot clean it. Whereas deep cleaning I only do about once a week unless I do a lot of people's makeup, like for dance or something, then I deep clean more. But spot cleaning is great if you're doing a lot of people's makeup, if you don't have a lot of makeup brushes and you're kind of using a lot for one thing. So it's really a good idea to invest in a good spot cleaner. I use the MAC brush cleanser. There are a couple other brands that you can get. That's good. Also, for deep cleaning, Encore from Encore Makeup taught me how to deep clean my brushes, and I completely use his method. I'm not trying to tell you guys that I made this up. Like, I use the olive oil and the sponge. Completely his way of doing it. I'm going to link his video in the sidebar because it is where I learned from, but you guys have asked me to do this video, so I decided I would just go ahead and show you how I did it while I'm in the video. Teddy is really funny how he's sleeping. Look. Why'd you wake up? You were cuter. Go back to sleep. Good boy. How cute. But yeah, so this is just a quick video on how to show you how to spot and deep clean your brushes. Okay, so the first thing we're going to learn how to do is how to spot clean our brushes. So what you want to do is you want to take your brush first and a brush cleanser. Now I'm using MAC's brush cleanser, but you can use any one that you have. I know there's a way to home make your own, but I just use this. Sephora has a good one. So what you want to do is just take a paper towel. You can use a washcloth if you'd like, but this is just an easier cleanup. And just so you know, when you're getting your brush wet, or putting brush cleanser, shampoo, anything like that actually on the brush, you want to make sure that you don't get it where the brush head ends and the handle meets, because if it gets up in there it's going to rust. So you want to keep the water or the liquid above about here. So I'm just going to lay the brush down on the paper towel and pour a little bit of this onto the bristles. Then I'm going to just work it back and forth into that. Sometimes you're going to need to put a little bit more liquid on it, or cleanser, and that's fine. And this brush of mine is actually stained, so it might be clean, but it might still look dirty. The way you tell if it is completely clean is when you wipe it, does color come out? There's a little color there, but I think that'll be okay. So now you want to lay this out to dry. So all I do is I take a paper towel like this, I lay it down, and I'm just going to lay the brush right on top of that and wait a little while. Okay, so with a flat brush, you just have to go back and forth, but with a dome brush like this, you're going to want to go in circles. So what you do is I'm going to pour this brush cleanser on it while rotating the brush. So let me switch hands. Okay. Then while you're cleaning this, you want to go in circular motions. So now there's no more color coming out of this brush. So what I'm going to do, since it is a dome shape, is I'm just going to take my fingers and kind of press the bristles together like that. Then I'm just going to lay it out to dry. Now with the spot cleaner like this one, it's going to dry really quickly, which is what you want because you're cleaning it so that you can use the brush again right then and there. But now what we're going to do is deep clean our brushes, and they are going to take a lot longer to dry. So you don't want to deep clean your brushes right before you need them. I like to do it after I do my makeup. I'll deep clean my brushes. That way it has all day and night to lay out before I need to use them again the next day. So with most brushes, to deep clean them, all you're going to need to use is the baby shampoo. But if you have an eyeliner brush that you have used gel liner on, like this one, or a lip brush, you are going to need to use something to help break that down because baby shampoo is not going to get the waxiness off of these brushes. So I like to use olive oil. Okay, this is just the cheap kind you can get from Kroger. Just generic brand pure olive oil. So what I do is put just a very little bit onto a paper towel. You don't need a lot, just a little drop. Like that. Then I'm going to take my brush and go back and forth to help break down that wax. Okay, so there's really not much color coming out of it. The rest of it will get off with baby shampoo. So now we're gonna do the same thing for the gel liner brush. Ow. All right, and I'm just gonna move this one in little tiny circles. Now the olive oil is perfectly safe to use on the brushes. It's not going to make you break out or anything. Alright, so I think this one's good. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the sink onto warm water. Alright, now we want to take a sponge and just get it wet. Then we are going to take a little bit of baby shampoo and put it onto the sponge. Then I'm just going to use my finger to work that into the sponge a little bit. Now you want to take a brush and remember not to get water right in this area. So I'm going to get this brush wet. Then I'm just going to rub it back and forth on this sponge to get the soap all in it. Okay, then we're just going to run this under the water. And there you have it, a clean brush. Now I'm going to set this one out to dry. So now I'm going to take a little bit more of the baby shampoo and do the same thing. Rub it in. Get it wet. Ew, this one's dirty. You'll know it's clean because the stream of water that drips off of it will be clear. I'll show you the lip brush. This is mainly just to get the olive oil off of the brush since the olive oil really worked at getting the lipstick off of it. Once the sponge gets dirty, you can just run it under the water and squeeze it and it'll completely get clean again. Okay, so now how to clean a Kabuki brush. And this is actually not as hard as people think it is, but you want to make sure that you don't get the water down close to this head. We're basically just cleaning the top portion of hairs, which is really all you use when you use a Kabuki brush because you don't dig the product all the way into the brush, you just kind of focus it on the tips of the hair. So what you want to do is just get it a little bit wet. Now I'm going to get a little bit of soap on my sponge, rub it in. So then you just rub this on the sponge very lightly. Ew, look at that. Then you want to rinse it again. Alright, so when I'm squeezing the water, it's starting to come out clear. You can kind of reshape it with your fingers. Then I just lay mine out sideways to dry because if you put it vertical, the water is going to seep into the handle, so just lay it sideways. Alright, so now you guys know how to clean your makeup brushes. I'll talk to you later. Bye.